Greetings and onomatopoeia to those out there creating the new sound. I'm your host, Lynn Burg, and welcome to the Proverbs of Being. Proverbs of Being is a 52-week instructional and guided handbook as well as workout, working to inspire those to think with balance.
On behalf of Arlen and the Church of the New Sound, we'd like to extend a warm welcome for your attendance here during Week 3. Week 4 proverb says, in order for amenities to exist in the aid of life, the dirty jobs have to be accomplished. The phrase, in order for amenities to exist in the aid of life, the dirty jobs have to be accomplished, speaks to a fundamental truth about society and the hidden labor that makes our modern comforts possible. We all enjoy the conveniences of a developed world, running water, electricity, waste management, internet access, and so on. But we often take for granted the hard, unsung work that goes into creating and maintaining these amenities. First, let's think about amenities. These are the things that make our lives easier, healthier, and more comfortable. Clean water for drinking, functioning sanitation systems, safe roads for travel, electricity, and even the conveniences like internet access. These amenities are the result of careful planning, infrastructure, and above all, labor. Much of it, quite literally, the dirty work. When we talk about dirty jobs, we're referring to the often unpleasant, physically demanding, or risky tasks that people perform to ensure the functioning of these essential systems. These can include sanitation workers who maintain our sewage systems, garbage collectors, or those involved in waste management. These jobs are critical to public health and hygiene, yet they are frequently undervalued, underpaid, and overlooked. Consider, for example, the sanitation industry. If waste management and sewage systems were not properly maintained, our city would quickly become unlivable. The dirty job of waste management requires a level of responsibility and expertise that most people do not recognize on a day-to-day basis. It's easy to forget that without these workers, diseases could spread and living conditions could quickly deteriorate. The labor that goes into the maintenance of infrastructure, whether it's the construction of roads, the installation of electrical lines, or the repair of sewage pipes, is just as essential. These jobs require physical labor, technical knowledge, and the willingness to get dirty in order to ensure that the amenities we often take for granted continue to function. These perspectives also raise questions about the value we place on different kinds of work. We often prioritize jobs that are more visible or clean, while jobs that are critical to the maintenance of our lives may be undervalued. But the truth is, amenities, our quality of life, cannot exist without these dirty jobs. Society depends on the essential roles, and without people willing to do the hard work, there would be no foundation on which our conveniences could stand. So as we consider the phrase, the dirty jobs have to be accomplished, it's a reminder that every part of our world, every service and amenity relies on the often invisible labor that keeps it all running. This reminds us to approach these workers with respect and gratitude, acknowledging the work that allows us to live the lives we enjoy. In conclusion, for life to function smoothly and for amenities to exist, the dirty jobs, those physically taxing, unpleasant tasks, must be done. These jobs are fundamental to our health, safety, and overall quality of life, and they deserve recognition for the important role they play in keeping society moving forward. At this moment, we're going to take time to hear from the congregation and how the proverb resonated with them in their life. What were they thinking? Maybe they have a story.
We're at week 4. Basically, I'm going to quote again. This week 4 proverb says, in order for amenities to exist in the aid of life, the dirty jobs have to be accomplished. I mean, unquote. That's in plain English. The dirty jobs do have to be accomplished. Who works the sewage systems? I don't. Who works in the city dump? I don't. Definitely been up there before, and I will say thank you so much to the people that work at the city dump. I truly, truly mean that. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you. On a personal level, you have to take care of yourself before you take care of anybody else. You have to relieve yourself of the restroom. That needs to be done before you conduct business, if you want to have a good business meeting. There are also other dirty jobs that need to be done as well, which you could probably think of off the top of your head, but I just named quite a few. Also, don't forget to take a shower.
In order for the amenities to exist in the aid of life, the dirty jobs have to be accomplished. I mean, that's the balance of life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have both spectrums. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the good with the bad. You have to have, you know what I'm saying? In order for you to enjoy something, you can be out at a resort, but somebody had to clean those bathrooms that you enjoy, you know what I'm saying, that's you walk into, you know what I'm saying, that could mess up your whole experience. You walk into the bathroom and there's chaos in there. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to do those dirty jobs, you know what I'm saying, in order for you to enjoy the peace that you're enjoying. Peace.
The job that I'm actually fixing to start this week is with A+ Environmental Services. And they are a sewage system company, septic, water treatment, and everything involved with the environmental service of ecology, you know, and whatnot. So that's going to be a new, you know, experience and whatnot for me. But I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, no, it's and there's room for advancement, you know, in a company like that where you're not the one actually down in the septic and going through the sewage and whatnot, but it might start out that way, you know. But I'm just eager to get back in the workforce. It had been a while.
That's good. You back in the shit.
Look at the shit, literally.
So I'm gonna pause it here.
My husband and I know that creating something meaningful, whether it's a great story on screen or on a platform, for others to shine, it takes a lot of unseen effort. The spotlight may not always get the right spotlight where it belongs. Sometimes the behind the scenes work is a lot more strenuous than in front of the camera. So it's really, we're not afraid to dig in and do the hard work and get our hands dirty to make things better for us.
This is phenomenal. It goes along the line of, life's not supposed to be easy. You got to do the work. You got to put in the work. Embrace it. You know, anything worthwhile is never easy. The amenities, the blessings, they come. You want to recognize them at first. When you're aligned, you're given the tools to accomplish your mission, whatever you decide that is. Embrace the struggle, embrace the challenge, learn the lessons, forgive, move on. You know, don't hang out in the abyss. You know, a lot of people get lost. They lose track of their goals. They don't fight through the adversity. They run from their challenges. They don't embrace the challenges. That's what I call being in the abyss. Low vibe. You're struggling. You're in fear. There's only one way through the abyss. Plow through it. You say, how do you do that? That's I call that shadow work. While you're meditating, you're thinking, you're processing, you're going over your experiences. Process that, learn the lesson, and then let it go. That's what I call shadow work. Examining your experiences, as long as that takes. Learn the lesson and move on. If you can't process it, I guess you lock it up for a while till you can, but they don't go away. You gotta fight through the abyss for your clarity.
You want to get something done? You got to get your hands dirty. You want to direct a movie? At least you got a whole bunch of money in your pocket. If you think you're gonna sit on set and just sit in the director's chair and point fingers and look cute, you're out of your mind. You gotta learn how to operate a camera. You gotta learn how to edit. You gotta learn how to deal with human relations. You gotta get your hands dirty. You want something done, you gotta do it yourself. So unless you got a whole bunch of money in your pocket, you want to get something done, chances are you got to do it yourself. You might even have to be in your own movie. You might have had a role for someone to be in your movie and they didn't show up, so now you've got to play that role. So you're gonna have to act, you're gonna have to learn how to edit, you're gonna have to learn how to operate a camera, and God forbid if you have to learn how to use proper lighting. You got to get your hands dirty.
The dirty jobs is keeping everything clean, getting everything cleaned up, work or whatever you desire. Clean other people's mess up just as well as you clean your own.
Nobody like the dirty jobs, but they necessary. Nobody like the dirty jobs, but they necessary. Nobody like the dirty jobs, but they necessary. Do what need to be done, man. So you gotta do what you have to, so you can do what you want to. You smell me? So, hey, man. Nobody likes the dirty job, but it has to get done. Nobody likes it, but it has to get done. Hey, man, get done. Get told.
It says what it says, and it means what it means. If you want to have a clean cup of water, somebody got to recycle and filter the sewage first, because that's what you drink. If you want to have a dog, you got to go outside and pick up shit. Hopefully you are. This is what makes the world go round. And this is what makes living worthwhile. We have people who put the work in so that we can enjoy life. What's a road without it being paved? You'll run through tires like nothing. We have to think about that. I want to give a big salute to all the civil engineers out there, to all the quote unquote blue collar workers out there, making sure that America still runs. We always
So,
been great
congregation,
people.
if you have yet to receive your copies of the Proverbs of Being, go ahead and log on to the newsoundempire.com. Click under manuscripts, order now. And while you're there, become a member. Hey, the price of admission is only that you admit that you're ready to make a change towards balanced thinking, show honor and truth, and be ready to become somebody. Hey, I'm Lynn Burg, and I'll see you here next week for the Proverbs of Being.